Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 5:30, a man is behind bars in Clark County after trying to go around a police barricade in his tractor trailer. WKYT video crews caught the driver in the act.
Also on WKYT This Morning, crews returned today to the scene of a fire that ravaged a nearly 200-year-old Nicholasville building. We'll have the latest on the investigation into that.
Lexington police still looking for suspects involved in a violent home invasion. The stories and breaking news as it happens on WKYT This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Welcome in. It's your Friday. We're glad you're here. We're going toward that weekend rather quickly now. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Yes, we are. It's going to be a rainy one, we're hearing.
Yeah, it looks like it, at least to start off. Looks maybe it'll get better as the weekend rolls on. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris, tracking things on the First Alert Defender.
Well, that looks to be the case. Today, tomorrow look pretty soggy, but Sunday actually looks pretty nice. In terms of the way it looks, we'll get the rain on out of here. But let's kick off today with Defender. And there's your light rain to the north. We have some moderate showers down toward the south. And we'll put this into action across the central zones, including Lexington and Richmond. Danville, we're not seeing any rain and haven't really for the past 12 hours or so. So what we're going to be looking for is that rain to really be on the increase. A lot of widespread rain expected as we work our way through the day. 40 degrees there in Frankfort. And you can see some of that fog building on in, too, along with Covington, where you're not seeing that rain. You could have some of that fog. 40s now. But watch this as we go toward the afternoon. Mid to even some upper 50s in store. So we're not only increasing the rain, but we're increasing that milder air. Now that takes us off into Saturday, but like I said, that Sunday, that's your next best chance of staying dry. And I'll show you the latest forecast coming in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then, and here's the latest from WKYT.
New this morning, a bizarre case we've been following overnight out of Clark County.
Quincy Collier is in jail this morning over in Winchester after police say he tried to go around a police blockade that had been set up after a car crash. WKYT News crews managed to catch the driver on camera as he nearly hit police officers and emergency responders. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from where the wreck happened. Hey, Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Police say that the driver of the semi tried to blow past a blockade that was set up here at Lexington Avenue and Bypass Road. Now, around 12:30 this morning, our cameras captured that semi driver crossing the median and driving past that barricade. Now, police say that the driver of that 18-wheeler nearly hit an officer in a police cruiser and almost hit emergency crews who were trying to clear a wreck at the scene. Now, police say that they were out in the area trying to tow two cars that were involved in a crash that happened a few minutes earlier. Police say that crash happened when a driver lost control on the slick roads, crossed the median, and crashed into another car in the other lane. I'm told two people were rushed to the hospital from that crash, but I'm told none of them had life-threatening injuries. Now, as for the driver who police say tried to blow past the crews clearing that wreck, police say he is 37-year-old Quincy Collier of Clay City. He's charged with reckless driving as well as wanton endangerment. Live in Winchester, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Firefighters think a fire that destroyed a Central Kentucky apartment building is suspicious.
A fire destroyed a nearly 200-year-old log cabin building in Nicholasville, right near the intersections of First and Walnut Streets. And WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live from that scene. The latest on this fire and the investigation, and what an old building. You can see it there behind her.
Hey, good morning. I actually have a quick update for you. A fire investigator just stopped out here about 15 minutes ago and just checked out the property for about 5 minutes and told us that investigators will be back out here around 8:30 this morning to try and determine a cause for this fire. Crews were on scene for hours last night. Flames destroyed this apartment building at the intersection of First and Walnut Streets. Firefighters say only one person, a pregnant woman, was inside of this building at the time. She had to be rescued from the first floor and was then taken to a hospital. Firefighters say part of the building is more than 200 years old, so that made this fire even more difficult for them to put out. When crews got to the scene here, they say the entire first floor of the building was already engulfed in flames, which made them suspicious about how this fire started.
We have a station that's probably about a minute and a half down the road from this building, and your typical fire is not going to be in that kind of shape.
Now again, firefighters plan to continue their investigation later this morning. So far, they have not determined a cause. Firefighters say this same building also caught fire about 25 years ago, and it had heavy damage even then. We're live in Nicholasville. Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
All right, Whitney, thank you. Obviously more to learn about that. And Lexington police are looking for people involved in a violent home invasion. This happened about 9 last night on Squires Woods Way. Police tell us they got a call from a victim who they couldn't understand at first. And when they got there, they found a man tied to a chair and gagged. He told police that he came into his home and someone grabbed him. Police tell us cases like this are not typical for Lexington.
It is troubling because it's not the norm for anything in Lexington, so we take it very seriously, and that's why we're taking our time and doing a very thorough investigation, and certainly trying to give him time to regain his composure and work through it with us.
Police tell us they may be looking for 2 people, but they do not have any suspect descriptions right now.
Well, DNA evidence has led to an arrest in a Lexington robbery more than 3 years after the crime was committed. Lexington police arrested Joshua Eugene Boyd in connection with the robbery of the Richmond Road Speedway back in August of 2011. Police say Boyd was one of 2 people who held up the speedway with firearms. While investigating, canines found clothing from the 2 hidden in a bush not far away. DNA analysis of the clothing linked Boyd to the crime.
High radon levels at a Lexington high school have prompted an emergency fix from district officials over the winter break. Lexington's Locust Trace Agri-Science Center has high levels of radon, those higher than recommended by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Radon is a cancer-causing radioactive gas. No students have complained of being ill. The Fayette County School Board is expected to vote this month to fix the issue. That's according to our partners this morning at the Herald-Leader.
New this morning, Lexington police still looking for a man they say robbed a tanning salon. Police tell us the man went into the Southern Rays tanning salon on Richmond Road at about 9:45 last night. He then implied to the employee working there he had a weapon. He demanded cash, then ran out towards South Locust Hill. Police say the robber was wearing a black hoodie and a black and white flannel shirt.
Now 5:37 on WKYT. The Laurel County Sheriff says wet roads are to blame for a crash that sent 6 people to the hospital. You're looking at a picture from that wreck last night. Deputies say a truck was traveling southbound on Interstate 75 near London. It hit a service truck parked on the shoulder. The truck was parked. The mechanic was working on the tractor trailer there. 5 people from Tennessee who were in the truck as well as the mechanic were all taken to the hospital. We have no word on how they're doing at this time.
Well, we have some more information in the case of a woman now in prison for stealing her late father's benefits. Police in Texas say a body found under the floorboards of Judith Broughton's home was her mother, Mary. Investigators say they do not suspect foul play in the death. Mary Broughton was reported missing months ago. Police say Judith Broughton's father died in 1990, but his remains were found in a Lexington storage unit just last January. They say Broughton leased that unit. She later pleaded guilty to stealing her father's Social Security benefits. A judge sentenced her to 10 years in prison. Police also say Broughton shared an account with her mother.
Richmond police say they have caught a persistent burglar who stole the same TV 3 times. Police say 34-year-old Don Potter stole the same 32-inch Samsung TV from the same home on 3 different occasions. They say the thefts happened over the summer, one in May, one also twice in August. Police have issued a warrant for Potter's arrest, and they finally caught up with him yesterday. He is now in the Madison County Detention Center, and he is charged with burglary.
A former UK football walk-on has been charged in connection to a string of robberies in Florida. Police say he could face similar charges in Kentucky. Police in the Tampa area say 22-year-old Chad Merida robbed a bank and several stores. Police say he could also be behind robberies at a GameStop and Dollar General in Laurel County. Those robberies happened months ago. In high school, Merida was considered one of the top running backs at Knox Central. He's now in a Hillsborough County, Florida jail.
Richmond police have arrested a man in connection with a burglary where hundreds of dollars worth of tools were taken. Police say that a man reported the tools stolen from his home on Rosedale Avenue back in October. Police have arrested 39-year-old Timothy Burns on Wednesday. That's in connection with the burglary. 2 other people, Shyler Merida and Jeremy Burns, were also arrested back in October in connection with the crime. He is now charged with burglary and lodged in the Madison County Detention Center.
Well, the Urban County Council has given its approval to promoting Lexington Police Chief Ronnie Baston. The council unanimously confirmed him as the city's next Commissioner of Public Safety. Mayor Jim Gray announced the promotion Tuesday. During last night's meeting, Baston said the city already has a grant to buy some police body cameras. Police are starting the process of buying them.
Big issue that we'll have to discuss later is the storage of the video that's taken, the security of that, and what you do with it. It's going to be significantly more expensive than the purchase of the cameras, and it's going to be a recurring cost.
Baston is taking over for Clay Mason, who's leaving for a private consulting company, a job with that. The city has formed a search committee to find a new police chief.
A new Kroger store will be open soon in Lexington, and it's also creating dozens of new jobs. Kroger is planning to hire around 100 people for new part-time jobs at the Euclid Avenue store. It's scheduled to open in about a month. Kroger leaders say the store will have some unique features, including rooftop parking. If you're interested in one of the new jobs, Kroger will have a job fair tomorrow. It will be from 11 until 4 at the Beaumont Kroger Marketplace. And we have more information about that at WKYT.com.